Jon, I suppose my question's irrelevant, but how are you feeling right now?
How does it look? Hey, boys. We're just all sitting here drinking Gatorade.
Next question, Thomas Drance, The Athletic.
Jon, I'm hoping you can walk us through if a request was made to the NHL for you guys to gather around the cup prior to it being presented to your captain.
I thought it was an amazing gesture by Gary Bettman and and Julian was involved, because you sit here and spend 65 straight days together, and I know it's 28 players we have in this organization, but there's 52 of us, and we were together for 65 straight days, and I think it was apropos that everybody got up there to accept it together, and I thought Gary's class act. It was a phenomenal gesture.
Next question, Chris Johnston, Sportsnet.
Hey, Jon, how did you go from the heartbreak last year to lifting the cup here tonight?
You know how we did it? With this group right here. And, you know, I'm the one up here in front of the microphone for the last 511 days. Again, who's counting? But bottom line is, we don't get this done without this group here, and they did a phenomenal job. You just look at this series and our special teams, how it went down. Franz and Vasi, our video coaches that get every challenge right. I'm the one that screws them up. But you need a team to do it, and this is a group that led our team, and then you just have a bunch of players that believe, and you know, we used a little inspiration from the Virginia basketball team, and that hat's been with us for this whole time. And when you see somebody else do it, you say, why not us? And we ended up taking, well, basically we went from the Outhouse to the Penthouse. That's what happened.
Jason Hills, Tampa Bay Times.
Congratulations, Jon, and the rest of the coaches. I just want to ask about the special bond that Steven and Victor have, and I mean, you could tell, you know, they've been through so much within this organization.
Mm-hmm.
And did you feel a sense of Victor in this? Without Steven, he had to really up his game. I mean, the playoff run he put together, it's pretty special from a defenseman side.
It is, but Victor's a special player, and the reason we went as far as we did in 2015, Victor Hedman was a big reason for that. He and Stammer are the two that have been here the longest. And at core, he's watched players come in and out. He's watched the team change over. They've missed playoffs. And to go through, you know, what Stammer's, it's well written what Stammer's gone through. But they're extremely close friends. They came in really close together, and they've been here so long. Jeff Halpern was a teammate of theirs. So
I built this team with how bad I played.
Did you get traded?
Draft picks.
Yeah, that's how the rebuild started, because Halpy got traded away and we got picks. But in all seriousness, no, Hetty has grown as a leader, and then when Stammer wasn't able to be around, Hetty stepped to the forefront. And just to watch this guy grow, it's remarkable. He was so deserving of the Conn Smythe, and I know Stammer couldn't be happier for him.
Joe Smith, The Athletic.
Smitty.
Jon, hey, congratulations, all of you. You said before the year you kind of had to own what happened last year, embrace the energy, and you have a chance to rewrite your own ending to your story this year. How would you put in your own words the story of this team this year?
The same way I feel about Todd Richards' handlebars. Awesome.
Well, miraculous. Epic. Glorious, maybe.
Glorious is a good word.
They'll be gone tomorrow.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
You gotta keep them. Wife special request.
He likes them.
Ken Campbell, The Hockey News.
You're on fire tonight, Jon. I just wanted to ask you about, you talked about how the pain, you know, sort of last year has helped this team. And I'm wondering if that's, you know, if you are sitting here now enjoying what you're enjoying now without, you know, experiencing that gut punch that you experienced.
So it's easy to talk about now, and you think about things you got to hang your hat on, or things that, you know, you want to believe. But the bottom line is, you don't, like, there are some gifted people, I guess, that success finds them instantly. But in a team sport, I truly believe that failure, you have to feel it before you can have success. And I guess there's some blessed ones that don't have to go through that, but it makes it, you wear the bumps, you wear the bruises, you wear the heartache, you wear the feelings, you wear it on your sleeve, and it keeps you up at night. But it also drives you, and it almost becomes, the fear of losing becomes greater than the joy of winning. And we were not going to be denied, and as a staff, but our players weren't going to be denied. And you know, we got to get up here and talk about and own it and what happened last year. But so do the players. Like, the players took it on the chin. And I can't be happier for those guys, because they deserve it. Those guys have gone through so much heartache, and to come back year after year and take our swings and take our licks and sit here all of a sudden be talked about as, you know, the kids that were, oh, they're going to be here every year. And now we were talked about as the team that can't get it done. Well, you know what? We got it done. And it wasn't without failures along the way.
Brian Compton, NHL.com.
Hey, John, congrats to you and your staff. What did that marathon overtime win against the Blue Jackets mean to the whole organization?
When we look back on this, aside from everybody in the coaching staff having frostbite, it was that might have turned the tables for us, because we don't win that game, all of a sudden doubt creeps in, and we had a pretty resilient group, but you need to see some sort of success. You need to feel it. You need to taste it, and we got rewarded for playing the way we did, because we don't win that game, who knows? Now Columbus is they might be in our head. But when we won that game, I think that was a catapult for where we are right now.
We'll do 2 more questions. Diana Neros, Tampa Bay Times.
Congrats. Congrats to all of you. Everyone pulled out phones to reach out to loved ones pretty quickly. I'm curious who you guys called first.
Well, I called my family. I FaceTimed my son answered, and the whole Jess and Jojo and Jules and Johnny were there, and that's when the first tear came down my eye. That's the toughest part about this bubble, is you don't get an experience with my family, but it's your real, your true family, that the ones you miss. But Halpy, who'd you call first?
I called my family, and my 8-year-old daughter is now like 13 years old. We've been in this bubble so long.
Gar, who'd you call?
I called my dad. He didn't answer.
What?
So
Bruce.
I called my best friend whose dad just passed away, and his son, Beckett, 7 years old, huge Braden Point fan. I give Braden Point a lot of credit. He did the FaceTime with the kid, the whole deal.
Awesome.
Unbelievable guy.
Class act. Pointer.
And finally, my dad did call me back.
Grant, you'd be
I had to
proud.
wake him up. I didn't have to wake him up. He was recording it. So.
Richie, who'd you call first?
Called my wife. Yeah,
Brings a tear to my eye.
I got older kids, so she's by herself. So
I know. Richie's son just signed with the Rangers, by the way. I haven't seen. Nige, who'd you call first?
Parents, brother, and sister were the first people I talked to after the game ended.
Dre?
Yeah.
Trey.
Yeah, Dre, Michelle.
Was he at your house?
Novell.
Was he at your house?
No, he wasn't at my house. He didn't break into my house.
He didn't break into your house?
Eat all your food.
Yeah, the brothers. Frankie, who'd you call?
I FaceTimed my wife Chantal and my son Nika.
Family. Wife was tearing up a little bit. Kids were hanging out. Unbelievable moment. So that was awesome.
Last question.
That was a long answer, but you asked for it.
Last question, Brian Burns, TampaBayLightning.com.
Burnsy.
Hey guys, congratulations. This question is actually for Nigel Kerwin. It comes courtesy of Gabe Marte. How does it feel to be a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, Nigel?
Hey, he's got, I can answer it real quick. He's got one up on his brother now. His brother's on the Grey Cup now. Nigel's got two.
She's got 3 national championships.
Oh, that's right, she does. she's up top.
My sister is the winner in the family. You know what? It's the journey is incredible both ways. Just to watch these guys. For me, the thing I enjoyed most was the process and watching the process. And I was fortunate enough to see this team hoist its first Stanley Cup, and then to watch the process again in a different one, and especially under these adverse conditions, and then what happened to the team last year. To be part of that, it's thrilling. They're all fantastic. They're all, I mean, I'm just blessed to have been part of this a second time. It's unreal. So.
Guys, thanks a lot for the time. Congratulations. Appreciate it.
Cheers, boys.
Last one.
Cheers. Salute.
Cheers.
Hey, we're going home.
Misfits.
We finally get to leave. Oh my
Misfits.
God.
Hey, you know what though?
Hey, Misfits.
We're going home 35 pounds heavier.